All right, well, today we are gonna set up the KODIAK canvas lodge tent, 12 by 12 tent. I've never set it up before. I've never seen one in person. I ordered it a while back, but it's, not been the right time to use it. I live in Texas, and it has been hot. But today, it's been raining. It's 40 some degrees. It's time to set it up. It's not raining right now. It's wet out. I think the rain's moving out, but I don't really care. It needs to get wet anyway. So I was looking through the book here, and I noticed something interesting. We'll just start with that. In the wood burning stove section, okay, first of all, if you may already know, I have the Winterwell, was it double view, Winterwell Woodlander large double view stove. That's what I bought. In their stove section, it says use only approved stove, and the only approved stove listed is the Colorado cylinder stove, spruce model, with standard 12-inch stove legs and 5 by 6 nested stovepipe. No thanks. That is a shitty looking stove. It looks like hammered shit, and it's priced like a Tesla. I mean, it's ridiculous. Paying, if it's $50 stove, maybe. Because when I look at it, that's what I see. I see a $50 stove. When you get a Winterwell stove, I mean, now you see kind of where your money's going. I mean, it's all stainless steel. I got little windows, it's cute. The stovepipe fits perfectly inside. It's all stainless pipe. Legs fold out. The handles are nice and decorative. I mean, it's a quality stove. Colorado cylinder stove. Now, I'm not going to set up the extra, they call it an awning accessory, but the extra room. I have the extra room. I'm not going to go through the trouble of setting that up today. But we are going to set the tent up. I'm going to leave it up for a few days. I'll put the stove in it. Got some other things to talk about. Like the flashing, the idea that I came up with to cover the hole on the tent. I mean, they sell a flashing kit, but like I've mentioned before, and I've had several people email or email me and make comments about it. Where's the video? I want to see this flashing you came up with. They sell the flashing kit, but what they want you to do is poke holes in your fabric and then put wing nuts on it to secure it into place. I'm not poking holes in my tent fabric. That's dumb. I'm not doing it. I mean, probably would be okay and last a long time, but it's just dumb. I'm just not doing it. It's not an idea that I think is intelligent, and I don't think it's necessary. I think I have another solution. So we'll go over that. On my particular tent, I ordered the double wall piece of stovepipe. Maybe it's triple wall. I can't ever remember. But I ordered it from Winterwell. So that piece of pipe, as it goes through the tent, I mean, it'll never be so hot you can't touch it. It'll be okay. But you want to keep the rain out. The Winterwell stovepipe is 3.5 inches in diameter. It's not 5 or 6 inches in diameter. So when it's poking through the hole, there's going to be a little gap, a little bit of gap there that moisture could drop through. So anyway, let's get to it. All right, so you'll see by the instructions, which I didn't read, but I looked at the picture. All your perimeter, you know, it's your short wall, so obviously these are the shorter poles. Same on the other side. And these just drop into this that little pin goes in there so the bottom leg can't kick out. These are Velcro. Put a loop, tie it off, slide this up until it's as tight as you want it. And then here and over there, and same on the other side, gets these medium length poles. And then the final pole for your center ridge line is here, and they're adjustable with the little push button detent locking holes. So there you go, finished putting it up. So I would say all in all setup time is right at 30 minutes. I took a break because I had to go run in the house and do something real quick, but yeah, it's about 30 minutes. I took my jacket off. I got hot. It's like cutting wood. It'd be 30 degrees outside, and next thing you know, you're out of your jacket. So now here's the center pole for the inside of the tent to support the roof, which, I mean, I don't envision needing that unless it was like, you know, snow. Getting a lot of snow. So I don't have any intention of putting it up. I'm just gonna put it back in the bag. So we'll get it set up and get our stove in there, put my cots in there, probably stay in it tonight. It's supposed to be down in the 30s. Well, probably 35. So yeah, I don't foresee a problem. Now, I will say, you know, they say canvas, and I guess technically it's canvas, but you know, it's really thin. If you're picturing the kind of canvas you cover your wood pile with, this ain't it. I'm not saying that's a problem, and I knew that when I ordered it, because you know, I'd spent enough time online figuring it out. But it's a good looking tent. I like the way well, I don't know what I like yet. I mean, I haven't stayed in it, right? But I mean, you know, it looks good. I imagine in a heavy rain you might get some water leaking in a little bit, but you know, try not to be too critical, right? It wasn't $3,000. It was $800 and some dollars. So here's our stove jack. Already has a little bit of rubber there. That's nice. All right, well, we'll get it set up. We'll quit messing with it. Let's get going here. All right, well, there it is. About 30 minutes. I mean, I was filming and, you know, had to tie all these loops in here. And then, you know, first time setting it up. But I think a guy who's dedicated after doing it once, man, literally 20, I'd say 20 minutes. Throw your tent down, roll it out, figure out where the door is, get it where you want it. Throw out all your poles, stakes, ropes, start hammering stuff down and tying it off. I mean, you could have a tent in 20 minutes. If somebody was in a race, probably less. All right, so that'll be it for now. That's the setup. I'm gonna put the stove in it, and then The next video I do will be the flashing that I came up with to cover the hole, the gap between the hole in your pipe so no rain drips in, and we'll take a tour. So that's the setup. Like it. All right, thanks for watching. Do it again next week.